Thank you.
Thank you. Gary Ferrara, please.
Right this way, sir. Please follow me. Please face the clerk and raise your right hand.
You solemnly swear that your testimony will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do.
Have a seat, sir.
Man, quiet. Good afternoon, sir. Please state your name for the record.
Gary Ferrara.
And how do you spell that last name, sir?
Ferrara.
Where do you live, sir?
Attleboro.
How long have you lived in the Attleboro area?
40 years.
And do you work?
Yes, I do.
Where do you work?
Triborough Golf.
Where is that?
That's in North Attleboro.
And what is that?
A gas station.
Can you describe the area where Triborough Golf is?
It's on the corner of 95 and John Deach Boulevard and Tona Boulevard.
How long have you worked there?
25 years.
And what do you do for the service station?
I oversee everything, management.
Do you own it?
Yes, I do.
What kind of a gas station is it?
It's a repair shop and also a convenience store.
How many pumps does it have?
6.
Does it have a surveillance system?
Yes, it does.
Describe that, please.
My surveillance system?
Yes.
It has 4 cameras, both sides of the building, and 2 inside the building.
The 2 on the outside of the building, where do they point?
East and west. One towards 95, one towards the shopping plaza.
And the one towards 95, with regards to John Deach Boulevard, where does it point?
Excuse me?
Does the one on the 95 side show any of John Deach Boulevard?
Yes, it does.
Okay, and sort of describe that for the jury, please.
It gets about the corner of Tona Boulevard, which merges onto John Deach Boulevard. It photographs that, entering the industrial park.
When are the surveillance cameras on?
24/7.
Do they feed into a DVR?
Yes.
Where is that located?
That's in my office,
And where within the building is your office?
in the back of my building, locked in a locked office.
Who within the Triborough Gulf is responsible for that system?
Me.
And how long have you had it?
That particular system I had for about 8 to 10 years, I believe. I'm not sure.
On a Sunday night into Monday morning, what are the hours of the gas station in 2013?
5:30 in the morning till 10 at night.
So at 3:30 in the morning, you would have been closed?
Correct.
Would the system have still been running, the DVR system with the cameras attached?
Yes.
Excuse me. How long does that system save video?
30 days, I believe.
And have you had occasion in the past to have to check that video?
Yes.
Okay. How many times have you had to go back and take a look at video?
What, over the period
course
I've
of
had
your working there, yeah.
I'd have to say 10 times, maybe.
So in general, what causes you to do that? Why do you do it?
Customer complaints, stuff for my own personal, watch my employees, traffic accidents.
May I approach you? Sir, I have a big board here. Before I turn to the jury, ask if you recognize what that is.
Yes, that's my property and the highway.
Is it a map, sir?
Yes,
And in general, what's the area depicted on the map?
95.
And with regards to your gas station, is the location of your gas station within the confines of the map?
Yes.
May I have this marked for identification, Your Honor? You know, I made a witness come down and just look at the map a little bit. If you could, sir, could you just mark on the map where your gas station is? Excuse me. And sir, the camera that you described is facing towards 95. You just put a small arrow sort of facing the direction that camera faces. Okay. And was that camera operational in June of 2013? Okay. You could take the stand again, sir. Thank you. June 19th of 2013, were you contacted by the state police with regards to your camera system?
North Attleboro Police and State Police, yes.
And were you at the station at that time?
No, I wasn't when I was first contacted, no.
Okay. And did you return to the station to meet them?
Yes, I did.
What happened when you got there?
I met the State Police and the North Attleboro Police, and that's when they were asking to look at my video.
And did you watch the video with them?
Yes, I did.
And was that the video of Sunday night into Monday morning of June 17th, 2013?
Yes.
May I approach, Your Honor? Show this item, sir, and ask you to recognize what that is.
Yes.
And how do you recognize what it is?
My initialed it and saw it.
Okay, so what is this, sir?
It's a CD.
And what's on the CD?
The video that came from my camera.
And how do you know that this is the same video that came from your camera with regards to the state police and the police officers from North Attleboro being there?
I was there, I identified it as my property, and
Have you watched this particular video recently?
yes.
And is it the same video as that you gave to police that day?
Yes.
I move to admit this, Your Honor.
No objection, Your Honor.
Mark as an exhibit.
With regards to this particular piece of video, sir, do you know if the time on your cameras was accurate?
Objection to the extent the answer left is on hearsay, Your Honor. Sorry, it's personal knowledge.
Yes, objection sustained unless you took steps yourself.
Did you take steps yourself to determine the time on the camera?
Say that again.
Did you yourself take steps to set the camera time to the real world?
Did I set the time to the real world? Is that what you're asking me?
Did you look to see whether or not the video that you were watching
No, I didn't.
was accurate? Who did that?
North Attleboro.
Objection sustained.
Were you present when that was done?
Yes.
And who did it?
North Attleboro Police.
So at this...
Move to strike the answer, Your Honor, on the basis of the form of the question. It is vague.
May we play this, Your Honor?
You may. But I just want to clarify who did it. Did you see someone doing something to check the time? Or did you make an observation of anyone doing anything to check the time?
Yeah, they were synchronizing it.
The question is, did you make some observations?
Yes.
Thank you. There's been no testimony, and this witness can't testify, as to whether or not someone else, what determinations someone else made as to the accuracy or inaccuracy of any time that may be on the video.
So before we pull that video up, Her Honor's asked you questions about the accuracy of the video. Just be specific. What did you see the people doing that made you think that they were checking the time? What was the things that you saw?
Object to the form of question.
Overall.
They were looking at the video and another clock I had in my office within eye's reach, within arm's touch. I could.
But you didn't. You yourself took no note of that differential.
No.
Sir, if you could just look to the video, what are we looking at here, sir?
That's the facing my building. That would be the east side of my building to John Deach Boulevard.
So beyond that truck that's pictured in the screen there, to the left of the truck, what road is that?
To the left, facing the back, to the right of the truck would be John Deach Boulevard.
Okay. And if you could, sir, maybe come down just a quick second and show me on the board. With reference to sort of the right to the left.
Right, coming right into here.
Yeah. Okay. So here, if you come around here, look at the video for a second. With regards to the direction, if you were to travel from the right of the side of the screen to the left side of the screen, which side would you be going to or from?
You would be going north in.
If you just show us on here. Okay, thank you. If we could go to, say, 3:38 on video time. Just play it from there. Now maybe we start from the beginning of the video and see if we can get it to play. I'm obviously having technical difficulties, Judge. If we could maybe approach for a second.
Counsel. Oh. Is it now working? There's now an image. I don't know whether that means it's now working. Great.
Thank you. Perhaps we could play it and get Mr. Rosetta raised. And Judge, for the record, we're looking at 3:37 camera time, moving forward 7-minute time. Sir, could you make a note of what is the time on the display on the screen?
Uh, 3:39 and 44 seconds.
And sir, the car that just went past, in what direction is that car going?
North,
Into the industrial park?
yes.
No further questions.
Good afternoon, Mr. Ferrara.
Mr. Reset, if you could just put that up again. I'm going to ask you a question, sir, about the timestamp that is in the bottom left-hand corner. Do you see that, sir?
Yes, I do.
It says PB 3067172013 AMO33947, correct?
Correct.
Was that on there when you gave that to the police?
That exact number?
Yes, all of that information. Was that on there when you gave it to the police?
Not that I can recall.
No further questions. Thank you.
Nothing further.
You may step down.
Thank you, sir.
Madam Quirk, please.
Right this way, sir. Please follow me. Watch your step here. Please face the clerk and raise your right hand.
Do you solemnly swear that your testimony will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Have a seat, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. State your name for the record, please.
Matthew Quirk,
And spell that last name for me, please.
Quirk.
And sir, where do you live?
Number 2, Honeysuckle, Rehoboth, Mass.
How long have you lived in the area?
All my life.
Do you own a business?
Yes, I do. Seacon Supply.
And does that have a location in North Attleboro?
Yes.
Please tell the jury about that location.
It's a branch location with 4 employees, and it's on John Deach Boulevard,
What's the address on John Deach?
238.
Can you describe the neighborhood where it is?
It's an industrial park, and it's a main road, and it's right off of Route 95.
What is your job? What is your responsibility to Seacon Supply?
I'm the owner.
And with regards to that particular location, do you manage that particular location as well?
I don't personally manage it now.
Does that location have a security system?
Yes, it does.
Please describe that for the jury.
Well, it's got a normal alarm system, and it's got video surveillance.
And the video surveillance system, could you describe that?
It's a series of cameras with a DVR for recording.
The particular cameras, do any of those face out towards John Deach Boulevard?
Yes, they do.
And could you describe where those are?
There's one right at the sales counter area that points south towards John Deach.
May I approach?
You may.
I'll show you this photograph, ask if you recognize what that is.
Yes, that's our sales counter.
And do you see the camera located in this?
Yes, very center.
Is this the way it looked in June of 2013?
Yes.
Move to admit this photograph, Your Honor.
No objection.
Hey, marked as next exhibit.
Three, six, seven.
If I may come, sure.
You may.
Showing you 367. Ask if you recognize that is.
What's up?
The particular camera that you pointed out, could you point out where that is, and I'll show the jury if you do. So that bubble in the back there?
Yes.
Even though that camera is inside, does it show portions of the street outside?
Yes, it does.
Where does that, what can you see from the angle of that camera?
Objection, form of the question, Your Honor.
Objection sustained.
Are you familiar with what the particular camera displays from that location?
Yes, I am.
And what does it display?
It displays our parking lot, our side parking lot, and it displays the building next door and the road headed south down John Deach Boulevard.
Sir, ma'am, Your Honor, please. May he come down and just mark the location of the store?
You may.
Sir, could you just using this marker and show us where your location is, proceed across the block?
It's a Ferrara, so I'm going to put it here.
And the camera that you described, could you just put an arrow as to what direction it points? Thank you very much. You can stand again. On June 19th of 2013, were you contacted by state police and local police with regards to your video system?
Yes, I was.
And were you at the location at that time?
I was not.
Did you assist them in obtaining video from your system?
Yes, I did.
How did you do that if you weren't there at the time?
They called me and I gave them passwords and codes that would allow them to
Did you have an
download.
ability to yourself, even though you weren't there, actually see the video?
Yes.
How did you do that?
I can see it remotely on my telephone.
Okay. And as they were looking at the video, were you also as well looking at the video?
Yes.
With regards to the early morning hours of that Sunday into Monday morning, did they take a portion of the video from your DVR?
Yes.
And were you familiar with what they took from you at that day?
Not 100%, no.
Have you since reviewed the video that they took from you?
Yes.
Okay. I'll show you this particular disc and ask if you know what that is.
That's the disc that they showed me,
Okay. And how do you know it's the same one?
because I initialed it.
Please make it on.
Object, Your Honor.
May be marked as the next exhibit.
Your Honor, I don't know if the court heard me. I objected.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's all right. I just object because the witness said he's not 100% familiar with what was downloaded that day. And I believe that that fails under the relevant case law, Commonwealth versus Lineski and its progeny.
Why don't you do any
On a
foundation questions?
foundation purposes.
So with regards to that particular disc, are you familiar with what the police took that day?
I'm familiar with what's on the disc, yes.
But are you familiar with what hours and time that they took that day?
Yes,
And how are you familiar with it?
because when I looked at the disc, it shows the time and the hours.
And did you yourself remotely review what they took prior to actually having come to court here today?
Yes.
Move to admit, Your Honor.
No objection, Your Honor.
Without objection, it's maybe marked as the next exhibit.
Thank you. If we might play that.
May.
Sir, when you were reviewing the video, did you make note of the time on your video? The time displayed on the video itself?
Yes, we did.
And could you see that remotely when you were looking at it through your phone?
Yes, I could.
Could you tell whether or not that was accurate?
It was an hour and 2 minutes slow.
And how do you know that?
Because we don't always adjust it for daylight savings time. We just We just know that it's that slow, and we usually figure it's an hour slow.
But in this particular case, you made note that it was an hour and 2 minutes slow?
Yes.
Now, with regards to the view that we're looking at here, where is John Deach Boulevard in the view of what we're looking at here?
Well, if you're looking at the front doors, it's straight ahead.
So if a car is going up John Deach Boulevard, where should we look on the video to see it?
The left side door and that small window, you can pretty much see. Well, any part of that front door, you can see a car coming up the road.
Now, if we could play video time say 2:19, please. Sir, did you see the lights go by in the top left corner?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Objection.
Objection sustained.
Move to strike
Answer
the
sought, it's stricken.
With regards to the video, sir, did you see something in the video in the last 10
Objection.
seconds?
Objections. Keeper of the records.
Objection sustained.
All right. With regards to the particular direction in this video, if you were to go from the right to the left, what direction on John Deach Boulevard would you be traveling?
North.
And with regards to the actual time, the real-world time of 2:20:50, what would that be in terms of the actual time?
Objection, form of the question.
Sustained.
The particular time here, what is the real-world equivalent time that's shown on of what is shown on the video?
Well, being
Form of
honest.
the question.
Objection sustained, the form of the question.
Sir, in order to determine what the real-world time was of this particular frame of the video, how would you do that?
I would add an hour to it.
So what would that be?
Well, with an hour and 2 minutes, it'd be 3:22.
Thank you. Nothing further.
Nothing.
You may step down.
Thank you.
Michael Charette, please.
Right this way, sir. Please follow me.
Your Honor, may we approach you?
Please face the clerk and raise your right hand.
Actually, we're going to take a short recess, so please keep your mind suspended. We'll bring you back as soon as we can.
All rise and the jury, please.
As soon as you've shown defense counsel what you're planning to show in Marcus exhibit, and you've had a chance to look at it, let the clerk know, and unless there's any reason not to, we'll bring the jurors right back.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Let's go to stand in brief recess.